Did you write your own vows in your weddings?
Yes.
Both.
Yes.
So what is that process like when somebody writes it? Like, how do you prepare? Are you like right the day
That's
before,
something that comes.
months
I mean,
before?
speaking from my like a week or two before.
But you have it in your head of kind of like you got bullet points.
Yeah. I'm like gathering it in my head. Yes.
And do you go like, hey, I should be a little funny, or do I go, I want to be all sincere?
No, it's very strange. I'm very, I don't want to say I'm very good, but I've always found it very easy to like write speeches for anything that I've ever had to have a speech for, or like wedding vow, or even the eulogy at my brother's funeral. Like I'm very, when it comes to like talking from my heart, and I have a message in mind that I want to convey, it's very easy for me to write.
Wow, so you've done a eulogy? You've done one eulogy before?
One eulogy.
How do you get through that? That's got to be fucking tough.
Well,
Holy shit, you're tough.
I mean, it was for my brother, and I remember just more than anything being so moved because I didn't know how many people were in the funeral home. And when I got up to speak, there was like standing room. There was like 500 people like packed in this funeral room. And I think I was just so moved because how loved my brother was. But what was crazy was I wrote it very, very quickly. I remember even saying to my mom, like, should I be taking more time with this? This just poured out of me. My mom was like, no, if you feel like that's what it is, what's what it is. I spoke to the Long Island medium after my brother passed away. My mom, myself, and my brother's fiance at that time. And, she's Teresa, the woman with the big hair and like the nails, whatever. One of the things she said to me, she said, your brother wants you to know he loved your eulogy. And said it was so funny. And my sister wrote it so fast. How the fuck would she know that?
See, I just
No. How would she know that?
You don't want to be debunked.
Tell me how she would know that. I think
she got your mom in a room somehow and
I
just
was
got
with
her.
my mom the whole time. I arranged everything. My mom had no contact with the producers, nothing.
Let's put it this way. There have been a million ways to prove that someone's a psychic, and no one's ever been able to do it.
What do you mean prove?
Like they'll say, hey, okay, I'm thinking of a word. Tell me the word. I'm thinking of a word. I'm right here. The guy who's dead is, wherever. I'm right. Tell me the word I'm thinking of. Can't do it. The Houdini told his wife, when I die, we're going to have a word. And you go to anyone who says they're a psychic. And if they say this word, you know that they're real and legit. No one ever said it. Then there was a thing, like some college came forward and was like, we'll offer $1 million to anybody who could come and prove they're a psychic. We have a test, whatever. Nobody could do it. It's like, you think one person would, but like everybody in Long Island's a fucking psychic. Like there's like 150 psychics. If you look up psychic in the phone book in Long Island, you'll get fucking 300 of them.
This woman had a TV show on your favorite network.
You're
TLC.
A pop star. / eulogy writer. Yeah.
Well,
pop songs, eulogies. I mean, whatever it is.
I believed her. I was blown away by what she knew too much.
You're also famous. So she could Google.
But this was like sick. Google what? I never talked about my brother's death.
But it's the same way with poker, how like people can get information out of them without doing anything. So she kind of leans towards it. Like, put it this way, right? If somebody is so good that they're a psychic and they could talk to somebody from, wherever they are, the ether, this, but then they're like, I see the letter R. It's like, why? Come on. Like, why not just be like, hey, Robert's here. He says, blah, blah, blah. And this is, they have to like, and then you start going like, yeah. Like, they're like, is there anyone in your family with the letter R? And then you're like, and someone's like, well, I had an uncle. It's like, come on. And listen, I would love to believe.
I'm a believer, Rob.
Yeah, I think, what are you guys back there? How are you feeling on psychics? Chad's smart. He's going to say it's total horseshit.
Oh, I don't really
of course
believe in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
Uh-oh.
I love Teresa.
Yeah, of course. I knew, right? Yeah, I knew exactly what was coming.
I'm telling you.
It's so perfect. Yeah.
It's legit.
Jamie. I don't.
I also had a reading by Tyler Henry.
You just gasped? Who's that?
And I'm gonna tell you this.
I was thinking Tyler Perry.
No, Tyler Henry. He is a adorable blonde, young. Is he out? Is he out that he's gay?
He is now.
I don't know, but he's pretty.
I think he's open about it.
Wouldn't another?
They call him the Hollywood medium.
Wouldn't another
right?
psychic
There he is.
just tell everyone he's gay?
So I was asked to do a reading with him and my best friend Lance Bass, my other best friend Lance Bass, and
How dare you?
when he came to the door, like when we were there, he had no idea who I was. He thought I was like Lance's assistant or something. Like he was only focused on Lance. And then the producers were like, no, she's going to be part of the reading too. And he was like, oh, okay. Like he truly had
You're
no
kidding.
fucking clue who I was. I promise you, he had no idea who I was. He was sitting there and he was doing his thing and he was writing down and he kept wanting to talk to Lance. He's like, I'm so sorry, Lance. I feel like I have to talk about her. You're Jamie? Yeah. I have to. Rob, stop rolling your eyes. It was very wild.
It's just
very wild.
They say one thing and you get this excited and then they lock eyes with you and they go, yeah, he was a great guy. And you go, yeah. It's like fucking, what's the other thing that broads love? The star sign, your horoscope.
Astrology?
Yeah, and it's like, you have a big heart. And they're like, yeah, like that's me. Of course, yeah. They're never like, you're
I don't know.
bitch.
Whenever I read things about Tauruses, I'm like, it's like spot on about me.
Yeah, of course. But I guarantee you, if I found another thing and read that, and it's like you know, things are hard
Yes,
for you, but deep
horoscopes,
down,
I
you're such a
understand.
kind, you're a good person. Really, you mean well. It's like, I do. Everyone wants to hear that shit.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
of
I
course.
handed him, so you could hand him objects, and I gave him a $2 bill that.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because there's a term about gay people that's very similar to it.
With $2 bill?
It's a $3 bill. My grandfather
Oh.
used to say, gay guy, they'd be like, yeah, he's a $3 bill. So for you to say you gave a gay guy a $2 bill, it's funny.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
I handed him a $2 bill and he sort of meditates on the energy around it. And my grandfather, before he died, gave everyone, all of the grandkids $2 bills. This was like his thing. We all have it. I still have it right here in my phone.
Oh, wow.
And he was holding it and he was like, I don't know why. I'm just hearing Frank Sinatra, just like thinking of the Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra. And that's what everybody called my grandpa, was Blue Eyes. And he loved Frank Sinatra. How would he know that? I've never talked about that in the press. I've never put that out anywhere. Just by holding a $2 bill, not knowing, I have many deceased people in my life, not knowing who that was about.
Because when they do this, when they debunk this stuff, what they show is your memory is that. Your memory is like, he said he's seeing Frank Sinatra, when really he's like, yeah, no, I'm getting a vibe of like a music. And then you lean into, you're like, was there any music? And that's how they figure it out. Jamie, you think somebody who could do whatever they want lives in Long Island? You left. She would be gone. If she was a psychic and could figure everything out, she'd know not to live in Long Island. You know what I mean?
What's wrong with Long Island?
There's better places out there. You're in Texas. Why are you not in Long Island?
Because my husband won't move to New York.
There you go.
I love Long Island.
No, you wouldn't live in You left Long Island before you got married, liar. How dare you? Blame this on my friend.
I had to go spread my wings, but yeah,
of course.
There's not much,
You can't spread your wings in Long
acting
Island.
work on Long Island.
That's what I'm saying. But Teresa, come on.
A lot of psychic work on Long Island.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
All right, we won't talk about this anymore. I don't want to get you mad.
All right. Well, here's something. No, it doesn't even make me mad. It's just like I want. It's clear that
I'm not spending all my money on psychics anymore. Like I did
Anymore.
that. Oh my god, I
Thanks for
did that
throwing
all
it.
through my 20s.
Okay, if you had to make a net, or what is the grand total that Jamie
That I
has spent on psychics? Yeah.
in my 20s.
And that's what they do. They prey on people who are like looking for something. You know what I mean? Like you're like, I'm going to find what I'm
Probably
looking
like
for.
$5,000, $6,000.
Oh, that's not all your money. Do you know how much money you have?
That's a lot of money though.
No, James, come on. I've seen you spend $5,000 on a lamp. And then never
Have I
get
spent
it.
$5,000?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying.
I was like,
you
I've
know
never
what I mean?
spent $5,000 on a lamp, did I?
Come on.